Hello, this is Kai, your host. Before we begin this run, let us plug the charity we're raising money for. We are raising charity for money for the direct relief this weekend on March 16th. It's an initiative from the charity that aims to get gamers more involved with fundraising, the Direct Relief Gaming. Direct Relief is a charity that helps people who need help because of poverty, disasters, or any sort of emergency situation by quickly delivering essential medical resources. They work in over 70 countries and all 50 states in America. Now, we have Battle Kid 2, Out of Torment, Any Percent Normal by the very own Duckfist, who you see right on the screen.
What's up, everybody? I'm Duckfist. This is Battle Kid 2. This is an excellent I Want to Be the Guy inspired homebrew game for the NES. And yes, it's a sequel to another homebrew game. I feel that this is the best homebrew game ever made for classic Nintendo consoles, at least. It's just a ridiculous amount of polish, very good gameplay, very good music, very good design. It's super fun, but it's also quite difficult. This is the normal mode. I will die in one hit. So let's try not to die very much. It's pretty much the constraint, is how much do you die. So we'll see what happens. Okay, whenever you guys are ready, countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. And I just realized we usually do SDA timing, but don't worry about it, we'll just keep going. Alright, so this is the intro stage. It's kind of a difference between Battle Kid 1 and 2. And that Battle Kid 1 just kind of throws you into the fray, and in Battle Kid 2 starts off with a slightly easier stage to get you acquainted. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just kind of gets you to see some of the basic enemies here.
Dude,
that wasn't very good.
As you said, I want to be the guy.
Yeah, totally. Timmy is inspired. Like this, yeah, Sprite itself. But like on that note, pretty much all the graphics and bosses are all like original designs, and I think the guy formula works pretty well in the NES like resolution and stuff. So this is Helga, the boss of the intro stage. If I had good mashing, I would have been able to kill her on the right side.
From what Duckfist has told me about this is Mega Man shmups in a nutshell. You will see that in the later bosses.
Yeah, pretty much the bosses are heavily like trial and error based to learn, except for that first Helga fight. Pretty much every other boss from here on out is pretty tough. Like, you're not going to defeat any boss the first try when you play this game. It's going to take several tries. But one difference between that and like the Guy games is the levels aren't like that. In the Guy games, there's just crap. The grass can turn into a spike. Yeah, that doesn't really happen in this game. Like, it's pretty clear once you learn the properties of enemies and objects what's going to happen when you go into a screen for the first time. Okay, so here's the real first area. Check out this song, by the way. This music is so good. In particular, this track is fantastic.
Hey, Duckfist, we got a $5 donation from Anonymous. The comment just says, "Don't die."
Dang, that's it. I don't think I'm familiar with any deathless runs of this game, actually. So yeah. You know, usually speed runs, like, you'll get this top tier where, yeah, clearly you have a deathless run to, you know, compete. But I don't think this has any deathless runs yet. This game is ridiculous. Oh, that's probably
You're just death warping, right?
Sure. Okay, so that's at the very beginning, at least. That was only a couple of screens in, so let's just get that out of the way. And do some... I'm pretty much going to do safe strats in a lot of these screens here. There's faster ways to go through a lot, but... Okay, hold on. So this is the turrets. Okay. That. Stop. Okay. So yeah, the formula is basically get through like about 10 to 12 screens filled with dangerous stuff to make it to the next save point. Rinse and repeat for about an hour and 15 minutes. Alright. And throw bosses in every now and then. Okay. So this is the last section of this first area. Yeah, you can see those eyeball guys are a little tricky. They take 4 shots, but since you can only have 3 shots out at a time, you kind of have to space your shots out exactly correct to kill them while they're vulnerable. So here's the first boss, the Nice Golem, Gneiss. I think that's how you spell it, nice.
Dude, you just killed the thing.
We killed the thing, we did the thing. Oh, the thing. Yeah, I see. Yeah, rip the thing. Poor guy. I mean, first boss, or second boss, you know, it's destined to be too easy. But yeah, you can kind of get a handle on some of the the mashing technique required to take down some of the bosses there. The trial and error aspect is mostly just to be able to identify what pattern you see as soon as possible, and to set up for it safely. In each boss fight. Okay, so here's the cavern section. This is the hardest screen of this section. Okay, we got it. And this is sort of the Metroid part of the game, was sort of exploration after you get past that first boss. This zone isn't really linked to like a boss. It's more of a hub zone that connects several areas of the game. There is a map in the game, unlike the first game, which is super helpful when you're playing through it for the first time. Kind of a tricky screen here. You can't shoot through the pickaxes.
Shoutouts to pickaxe armor.
Alright, let's do some jump mashing. Okay. Like being able to do these tiny little jumps on the conveyor belts in the one tile high like corridor. Alright, there is a warp to the left of that save point, but we will actually come back and get that. This game, there are warps that let you access areas of the castle a little bit more quickly. I'm sorry, the areas of the Mountain of Torment. And yeah, we'll be utilizing those to get around faster. So the underwater section, still sort of... Oh, this is a tough part. Okay. Nice, we got the frame perfect jump out of that one tile high corridor. Okay, so we're finally out of the caverns. On our way to the real next zone, which is the sewers. And we get our first upgrade, which is the wall jump. Anytime you see one of these like sort of serrated walls, you can wall jump. The wall jumping mechanic is actually pretty intuitive in this game. Let's save strat right there. Basically, as long as you're not holding A, you'll grab the wall. So you can hold A on purpose if you want to just glide down the wall, like right here. So I'll let go at this point, at the point where I want to grab it. Kind of a simple thing, but a lot of games like make their wall jumping really hard. Ninja Gaiden. Yep. So we got the sludge here in the sewers. Okay. And the fans. Yeah, the sludge is like water, but it like kind of puts a restriction on your speed. How do I make that? Okay. Also, the sewers theme is pretty awesome. I love this music. And this is a mashing intensive few screens here. Okay, the gumdrops. Let's get the 3 shots in the air. Nice. Okay. And, yeah, so these like blobs take 4 shots to kill, but after about 3 seconds, they'll respawn with 2 HP. So you gotta be pretty quick. About halfway through the sewers now. Yeah, so here's a puzzle directly related to the blobs and understanding their HP. And I'm awful at this. It's super hard. Go. Okay. More gumdrops. Go. And you can just hold left. Fortunately, like about a quarter of the screens in this game just like work as long as you're like going as fast as possible. Some more. Actually, I want to show you guys the smashing technique here. Okay, so that's a pretty quick way through that screen. Okay, nice fast cycle there. Okay, So now we have the bazooka mice. These guys are a nightmare. They shoot really fast. And they shoot as soon as they see you or as soon as they get hit. Okay, so that's kind of a tricky screen there. A couple of these screens are also...
That's just one angry little blob, man.
Those mice are pretty slick. Like, they are... You don't screw with those guys. Okay, I think we're actually going to make this. Okay. And there's a faster strat through that guy, but I'm not doing it. Okay. Okay, wow. Good sewers. We're through. So here, I think this guy's name is Vortigrime. I call him the slime boss, or the sludge boss. This is a pretty interesting fight, actually. So the only way to damage him is by standing in the sludge down there and shooting this, like, core. It's kind of a crappy pattern. Yeah. There we go. Okay. You want to get up there close. But, so now that we have the wall jump, I'm actually going to take a risk and not go back and save. There's a single screen with a single enemy before the next save point. So let's try not to die. So we have to fight the boss again. Here it is. We did it. Okay. So now that we have wall jump, we're just going to go in this direction real quick, pick up this teleporter, and we'll come back here later. It was just convenient because it was close to the exit of the previous zone. Hit up that save point. And shoutouts to Mega Man, Yoku blocks, clearly ripped from Mega Man. And we are actually back in the section that we just did, the beginning of the caves, but if you were paying attention, in the first part of the caves, there was one screen that had an additional route that we didn't take, that had a kind of serrated wall for wall jumps. It's kind of where the game gets really exploration-y on you, and you gotta... you could be wandering around for a while if you didn't see that path, and we died. That's actually kind of tricky to get up there. Yeah, that was a pretty costly death, actually. It cost probably about 2 minutes or something. Alright, let's keep it up here. Yeah, that's actually a non-trivial screen. I should have been a little bit more careful there. Okay, we did it. So those are the key 1 blocks. We're actually on our way to get the first key. So your exploration is kind of constrained by like these generic keys that you have to get, and some of your more creative abilities like the wall jumps. Here's the blue cavern section. Some tricky screens here and some weird ice physics puzzles. Let's try to get some good air mashing here. Real safe. This is a screen where if you just go, it works. Okay. We have Yoku blocks, but with ice physics. I thought that was a clever, nasty combo. No, you don't walk off that ledge. Okay, we're doing that part again.
So while you're doing that, mind if I name some donation incentives?
What's that?
Donation incentives I can read off?
Oh, go for it, yeah.
So, upcoming, we have the Survival Kids file name. Wait, no, the Frogger's Adventures Temple of the Frog file name. Currently,
super safe.
Okay, apparently I cannot read correctly in the morning, but the Legend of Zelda randomizer for file name. Currently, we have Josh at $20 and Princess at $50. If you guys want to snipe that and name it something trolly, go right ahead. We also have a pink Link Sprite incentive. Apparently, Link's at 0. Zelda is at 297. Old Man is also at 0. Old Woman's at $3,005. Merchant is also at 0. And there is pink Link Sprite for the second runner.
Here's a really scary screen.
I don't know why there's still better donations in comparison. Shout out to Moo Moon.
Okay, we did it.
And then Harmony Despair DLC levels has already been met. Well, I'm not surprised. But for Final Fantasy VI, there is a lot of character naming incentives, and they're all pretty low, so you might want to get in. So far for Terra, we have $20 for Waifu. No name for Locke just yet. For Edgar, we have PPMA, shoutouts. Sabin also has no name just yet. Shadow is, with a $3 need, is just in and out. For Gao, we have $1 for his name to be Gao. Setzer also has no name. Strago is bleeding with Bulletin with only $2, so go ahead and snipe that. And Rome is also at 0. And with that, back to Duckfist.
Alright, well, we just defeated I guess that's the 4th boss? That was our first encounter with Ivan, one of the game's antagonists. And in the intro stage, we fought Helga, the counterpart antagonist. They're like the evil duo. And that Ivan fight's actually quite tough. It's heavily jump mashing. And it's kind of actually a mash check boss, because the longer you let the fight go on, the harder it becomes. Like, it becomes significantly harder real quick. This is a really neat section that connects to the next area of the game. This is some real tricky puzzles here. This is to really let you know how to do wall jumping if you haven't figured it out yet, right there.
We have a $30 donation from Anonymous. There is no comment, but remember, if you donate an amount of $30, you can have a chance to win a Nintendo Switch with the Breath of the Wild in the raffle.
Yeah, we're just making our way through this section. Let's just focus. Some of these floating orbs. I really like this screen right here. It's an interesting little puzzle. If only I could do it quickly. Okay. This is a sort of a nightmare room if you want to do it fast. Way to cycle on these. Okay. And just keep going, and this always works. Alright. Looks scary, but just jump. Okay. And finally, we're at the 3rd major section of the Mountain of Torment. So if you look at the top right of the screen, you see these like skull faces with these X's in them. You have to defeat these like 6 like Guardian style like bosses, main bosses throughout the whole maze. And we're on our way to the 3rd. It's sort of a Super Metroid Golden Statues like thing. This is a super nasty screen. So is this one. Okay, we did it. And there's a lot of kind of scary spike jumps in this. This is a totally screws with your head. Okay, good mashing. More spikes. Okay, and that's the first section. Like, pretty much every one of these areas is broken down into like 3 save points that you have, 3 save point separated sections that you have to go through. Okay, let's redo that. If you jump really early, if you don't jump exactly right, the guy will shoot the far right block and you end up wasting some time. Alright, so let's get the early cycle on this. Really interesting screen. We were so close. Alright, let's... Like, that bullet was just right next to it. Okay. There's another puzzly screen. This is one of my favorites. Gotta let that wizard dude destroy these blocks so you can actually reach this key block down here. I'm not doing it right. Okay, there we go.
We have a $50 donation from Mr. Cab.
Yo! Mr.
His
Cat.
comment is, "Fight, Battle Kid, for everlasting peace."
Nah, we'll go with it. Why not?
Yeah.
That was a very costly death. So I'm just gonna go focus now. Yeah, we lost like 3 minutes right there. We're redoing this screen. Okay, that's a fast way through that.
Well, while you're redoing this section, we have a $30 donation from R10. No comment, but thank you for your donation. We have another $5 donation from Spiriax again.
Hey,
Really love
Spiriax.
seeing you run this. Keep up the good work and jumping and mashing. Whoever subbed, get that mashing mode out. Infested Reach.
Oh, thanks, guys. I hope I can make it. My head is just not ready for this screen. Okay, we made it through there. For some reason I thought that was bad. Let's do this again. Alright, so you gotta get some real good jump mashing to get that guy before his ghost gets to you. We're almost out of here. Last section. And there's only one real tricky screen here, I think. Another mash check.
I don't know what's cooler
It's
right
this
now,
one. This
but
is
we're $120 away from the 12K mark. So who's trying to snipe that?
Oh, this is not how you break those blocks. Okay. Yeah, so again, worst room. Yeah, just manipulating these like wizards to shoot the correct blocks is just a nightmare. Okay, we'll get this. Come on, guys, don't mess with me. I think I know what happened last time. It was like I fell way too far, and the wizard shot way too low. Okay, there we go. Because yeah, you're not expected to make that jump out of that one tile wide gap. You want to have a block beneath you. Okay, last two screens, don't die, please. That is actually deceptively tight timing right there. And we have the boss. This is actually a really complicated boss. It's got a sort of Ikaruga like polarity thing going. There's this orb that floats around, and when you shoot the orb, it changes colors. And you want to hit him with the orb that is a different color than the boss. And we did not do it. All right, so this is when he gets angry. He switched at the last moment. That was a perfect. That was the perfect setup. And bad pattern. You're not going to get very many hits off with this one. Okay. Got some hits. Probably one more good pattern. That's not a good pattern. Okay, we did it.
Nice.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna run back here and save before we proceed. Because there are a few dangerous screens on the escape from the Haunted Shrine, which is the name of the zone. Oh, our reward was the Feather Fall. If you hold up, you just fall a little bit more slowly. This item was also in Battle Kid 1. And at first I was a little resistant to this, like being a primary platforming mechanic in the game, but it's actually not that bad. It's pretty intuitive to use. Sometimes it's annoying that you accidentally like float a little bit when you don't want to, but it's not too bad. It nicely complements some of our other upgrades later on. Okay, so now the objective is to get the X sludge. We unlocked this teleporter way back when. Oh, let's grab the save point. For the purpose of just fast traveling back here when we had the feather upgrade. And this allows us to access this area where we can get the X sludge, which is an item that allows you to pass through sludge unhindered. And, geez, monologuing in this game is really tough when there's like 650 screens to memorize. And there's no like screen transition, it's like instantly swaps to the next screen. Alright.
I have an update for you guys.
Okay, go for it.
If we hit $12,000, we're getting a ball pit as a couch in here. This has been confirmed. I am not joking, even though I am Kai and a troll, but I'm dead serious.
Make it happen, guys. I want to see what that's all
donation
about.
total at, I think we're at 120 left. I can't see the stream.
Okay, so this sludge section here is kind of annoying, but we'll make it. This is like the last bit of sludge until the end game that we mess with. Yeah. Okay, so this strat. Let's try this. Oh, no. Okay, you can get up there real quick. Okay, this one. Shoot that guy like 3 times. Okay, there we go. The return of the bazooka mice. Not a fan. Okay. The screen scares me a lot. These are the 2 red balls. Yep. Okay, almost there. Okay, this last section after this save point, it's a little interesting because we'll get the upgrade and then we have to backtrack to that save point before we can save again. So it's interesting that you have to do the screens backwards and with the X sludge, so the physics is different when you do them backwards. There's an early cycle on that, but it's real tight. I decided not to go for it. What is this screen? Okay. Oh yeah, what's nice about this section is we can hear the awesome first zone music again. This track is rocking. Alright, come on, it's almost there. Okay, freedom. We can move fast in sludge now. Hold up and left and this screen just works. Okay. Just hug the walls and this screen just works. Good speed game. And our save point. Okay, just get out of the sludge here, and now we can go back to the sewers, and if you were paying attention during the entrance of the sewer zone, there was an alternate path that required traversing through a big pool of sludge. So now we can do that. Oh man, that was super close. Alright, we're out of the sludge. Finally. Alright, let's get back to that teleporter room. Okay, I'll go for the strat. Check it out. Oh, we did it. Oh, come on. Okay, definitely taking this save point. And yeah, my bad, we're not actually using the teleporter. I guess one thing to point out, though, is on the way to the next zone, it's convenient to grab this item right here, which will be our focus after defeating the 6 Guardians. We got the first Erexium Shard, as it's called. And, yeah. And there's 7 of these things, and they are required to proceed to the end game after we defeat the 6 Guardians. The collection will be mostly done after the Guardians, so... That one's easy and along the way. Doesn't require any special powers. So this, these few water screens are really tight, really tough. Okay, we got it. And this one is 2 fish. Okay. Spikes. Intentionally slow down a little bit on the screen. Okay. Jump and hope you kill him. Okay. Safe. And we are finally in the 4th main zone. I think this is called the underwater base, I think. But this is one of my favorite tracks. This music is super awesome. But yeah, it's mostly dealing with underwater physics while having the feather power up. Is the main thing about this. And it introduces a few new enemy types. Let's... But I feel like this is... It kind of jumps up in difficulty around this zone, I feel. It's pretty tricky. Fans, okay. Shoot. There we go. Yeah, the projectiles that those jellyfish shoot out are really unpredictable. Well, I mean, they operate logically, but it's hard to get them to consistently go in the same direction, so they're kind of scary, guys. Alright. This is a clever screen. Whoa, I actually got a ton of shots on that guy. That never happens. Alright. Cool. Kill it? No. Kill it. Go. Okay. So kind of a... This next screen is kind of scary. It's just... You have to hope you move consistently so that it works out. Okay, it worked out. Hold up and right. There we go. This is really tight here. Alright. And this screen is super nasty. Let's try and just get through it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay. Okay, 2 of 3 done. Here's the last stretch. You can see me holding A there to not accidentally grab that wall. That's why I like the wall jump mechanics in this game. It gives you great control. Oh, dude, my jumps were just super, super low. I thought I made that. Oh, well, that was early on. Could be worse. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This is what? This is kind of a tricky screen here. Okay, we did it. This is one of my favorite screens with mashing. Lots of... Got an interesting solution. Okay. Nice. Okay, last screen. Kind of tricky timing. I think we got it. We got it. Alright. And to wrap up the hard stage, the game actually gives you a pretty easy boss. This guy's not too hard at all. Alright, so on this pattern you want to watch the lights that light up on his back, and that indicates where you want to stand to dodge the shots. Okay, not too bad. So flooded base is done. I'll head back here and save before we move on to the next area. I do want to point out something as we exit here. See that alternate route going up in that screen? We will be back once we get the key 3, as it holds one of the Erexium shards. But with key 2, we can now access the 5th area. And yes, you'll actually be seeing me go through this set of screens a few more times. This part of the cave happens to be the most convenient route to a teleporter from the end of several of the zones. Alright, on to the D, to my personal favorite zone. Or I'm sorry, the E. Okay, let's save it. We'll have the D later. Here's the Glacial Caverns. This is my favorite song too, by the way. This is an excellent track. It's really long for an NES track. Yeah, this section is really tricky because there's so many screens in between each save point. And, okay, so this is mashing. Okay, we did it. Here's the polar bear, like, sine wave mages, I guess. The pickaxe guys are back. There's a faster cycle I can evade there. And now we have the proximity, like, blocks from Battleship 1. Here's a two-way block. Alright, kind of a tricky screen here. Okay, I think we should be fine. Alright, so yeah, those Yetis have like 8 HP. It's like one of the strongest normal enemies in the game. Pretty scary. So why did you just fall? That should have... What? Okay. What? Okay. At least that's like the first screen, but... Jeez. Okay. 6 shots? Okay. Go with the pickaxe. There we go. Okay. Ugh. This is like the... If you get up there and hit that guy real fast, you can beat that last cycle on the weird spinning spike thing. Okay, we have a real hard screen right here. Okay, we did it. Oh, this song is so awesome. Oh, okay, wait. Okay. This is one of the scariest screens for me. Yes, that's ice physics Yoku blocks. Jeez, like 1 tile wide spikes above. That's like so nasty. Okay. Okay, final section. This, definitely, it's not any easier here. I feel like this section is really long. Okay. Kind of a tricky screen here. Okay. It's a nice little puzzly screen with these blocks. You want to trigger the blocks basically as soon as possible. You just want to keep the blocks moving constantly. So the music suddenly got super low. Did something happen? Anybody? Because I literally, yeah, I'm just wondering. Okay. Maybe my ears just popped. I don't know. Okay, we got through the Glacial caverns here. Here's Misha. I remember the name of this boss. Little penguin. Surprisingly tricky. But with a couple of good patterns, you can just like mash in his face like crazy. This is not one of those good patterns. Well, it's okay, I guess. Okay, this is okay, I guess. What are you gonna do? Okay. We did it. So I'm gonna have to wear the headphones for this actually, So to get our next Erexium shard, we have to play a game of Simon. You heard it. You just have to see what I mean. But it's actually, so you have to memorize up to 6 cycles of these patterns, and the last one, the 6th cycle, is kind of tricky. Get up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we did it. That was a nice, easy 6 pattern at the end there. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we got our second Erexium shard. We might as well do that because there's no nice way to come back to this, to the end of this zone, like later. You might as well do it while you're already here. Oh, and by the way, we got the double jump for defeating that boss, giving us quite a bit of exploration potential now. And that'll let us access the 6th Guardian. again, making our way back to the teleporter through these rooms. Double jump lets us cut a few corners. Still taking this room safe. I hate it. Okay. Okay. Too close. Double jump, I can kind of... Oh! Oh! Nice! That was like 4 shots in one jump, and easy. Okay, finally, teleporter. And on our way to the D. And to the power station. Real awesome zone in this game. Just 2 threatening screens. Okay, that's it. And to kind of change things up a bit, before you even begin the zone, we have a boss fight. Helga is back. Helga round 2. We encountered her in the intro area, but she has picked up some serious moves. This is actually one of the harder fights in the game. Okay, good fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just like this crazy electricity ninja, just, I don't even understand. And she's German. Yeah, that's Helga. She will be back. Definitely some of the more fun fights in the game. It was really fun to learn the Helga fights. Also, if you can hear this music, this track is super rocking. Excellent music. UFOs. So what's cool now is this entire zone is designed around double jumping. So you get to see some cool, kind of new room puzzles. Also, we have quick man beams out of nowhere. Well, the game wants you to go fast, huh? Guess I gotta go fast. Okay. That's 1 of 3. This is a little tricky here. There's some faster cycles you can make on that spinny thing, but as you can imagine, it's a nightmare. Okay, here's this is a complete mind F. I'm really bad about like creative censorship, so okay. Okay. So this is the halfway point. Remember those key 3 blocks down there? Okay. Okay, section 3 of 3 here. This one has the most elect beams, or I'm sorry, quick beams in it. Okay. And in this screen, remember this key 3 block at the top right? We will be back. And time for several quick screens. These are pretty cool though. Okay, last screen. Alright, we're through. So this boss fight is pretty cool, but it is super stressful. It is super stressful. It is a very long fight. It is very hard to learn because it's so long, and it's real hard to just see the entire fight. And there's a pixel to stand on. I think I got it. I'm just super spoiled at home with an RGB monitor, and it's like crystal clear, but I think I got it here. Alright, we got it. So yeah, you can cheese out about like the first half of the fight by standing on a pixel, and like I can do the fight without it. You know, everyone pretty much does the first time they play it. It is just an absolute nightmare. So it's nice to have a little bit more of a consistent way to do it. Okay. Jump lust. The jump lust is particularly hard to deal with.
Mind if I plug charity for a second?
1 second. Let me finish this first. This is way too far. Okay. Now we have to move forward. Okay. No. This is an awful way to deal with that. Okay. And then one more attack shot guy. Okay. Now we fight the super thing. Ultra is what they call it. So yeah, just let this soak in.
Ugh.
Okay. So that was the doppelganger constructor, I think is the name of that
Can I get
box.
an emote of that?
So feel free. Go with the donation.
Alright, so the charity we're raising money for today is the Direct Relief charity. Direct Relief is a charity that helps people who need help because of poverty, disasters, or any sort of emergency situation by quickly delivering essential medical resources. Direct Relief works in over 70 countries and all 50 states in America. Direct Relief does work not only with disaster relief, but health in general. They serve hundreds of free healthcare clinics in America and are working to improve general health conditions worldwide. Even if there isn't a active disaster, Direct Relief helps areas prepare that may be at risk for things such as earthquakes, hurricanes, and other such emergencies. Direct Relief has also put a big focus on maternal and child health care, delivering maternity kits all over the world to the less developed nations whose conditions aren't ideal. With your donation, no matter how big or small, you are helping. They provide all of their assistance without regards to politics, religion, race, or gender identities. And back to you, Duckfist.
All right, well, we are back at the power station. We took that little shortcut I mentioned with the key 3 block, and the other key 3 block I mentioned right here will take us to the 3rd shard. So the trick here is you want to look at the binary string up top and stand on the spot that corresponds to a 0. It's that simple. But it gets pretty quick. A good strat is to roughly stay in the middle if you can, just to give you more options to move fast as it progresses. Okay, I think that's it. One more. Oh. And it's the scariest one, too. God. Okay. 3rd shard. So basically, there's a shard in every one of the major zones that was that had a guardian, and then the last shard is in the very first area. And oops, we are going to the teleporter. Our next shard is going to be the Haunted Shrine shard. So what's interesting about this one, sort of a math puzzle. It's way easier to look at a cheat sheet. I probably should have prepared one, but I'm just gonna try and perform the calculations myself. We'll see what happens. And this is it's a big stumper for. Let's just get through this screen. Okay. Yeah, this puzzle coming up is a big stumper for new players. The famous blind race had much swearing at this section. It's not entirely intuitive how it's supposed to work. Okay, I'll try to explain it a little bit. There's going to be... Sorry for a sec. There's going to be 3... there's going to be... Excuse me, I'm kind of commentating. There's going to be a last letter in the center of the screen. Each letter will correspond to a digit 1 through 26. And there's going to be another digit that we have to add the last letter to. And, okay, so last R, that's R is 18, O is 15, that's 33, and that would be subtract 26, 7, which is G. So that's how you solve it. So 7, so that's 25, which is Y. So 25R, that would be Q, QR, right. So that's 17, that's 22, which is V. 22 and 23, that's 25, 45, 15, 19, which is T. think it's T. I added wrong, but it's around T. Okay. And T is 20, right? S, T is 20. I is 9, 29. 3 is C. 3, 24, X. L, M. Okay, okay, 2 before M. Okay, okay, we got it.
Mind if I read out a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have $20 from the Lemon Fairy. Here's $20 towards Wizrobe Link and that ball pit couch that we're not going to do anymore due to fire safety hazard reasons.
It already
we do not
died.
have room in here.
Dang.
We have a $30 anonymous donation. No comment, but thank you very much. And then we have another $30 donation from QQ. It says, insert crude magnemite drawing here.
Cool. Well, thanks for the donations, y'all. We're just making our way back now. We've got 4 shards. Finally, the real puzzly ones are gone. We want C, I think. So the puzzly ones are gone. The last ones are just platforming, little platforming sections to get the shards. And they're actually really tough platforming sections. Probably the hardest sections in the game thus far. I would say the next one is. This is the sewers shard. It's actually at the very beginning of the sewers area. There was this alternate path going downward. If you were paying attention, you might have seen going down there. And for this shard and the next one, again, it's a puzzle where you have to go grab the shard and then make your way back through the same rooms before you can save. So here's one of the hardest screens. Oh, on the way forward, it's not too bad. On the way back, okay, here we go. Okay. And this is also pretty tough here. Oh, okay. We made it. That's definitely a nightmare. Alright, the next shard is not too much easier either. So this is at the flooded base. I think it's... dude, I always get lost on the way here. I think, okay, we're gonna grab this save point. There's a few rooms we haven't been through yet. It's this part sort of connects to the underwater cave area. It's kind of neat that you get to do some of these rooms backwards. Their solutions are a little different. Okay. Keep going, please. Okay. Okay, and it's our favorite set of screens. We've been through here like 5 times. Only now it's backwards. So actually, this is a little tricky here, but going backwards because you have very little room. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. And you might recognize this. I think I pointed this one out when I went through it. That path upwards, but it's so scary. I am gonna go like 3 screens to the right to save. And again, we have to go grab the shard and make our way back without saving. And there are a few tricky spots. Here's the first one. Okay. Particularly on the way back, that's tough. Not too bad. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is... The next screen is this... Ooh, why? You're supposed to shoot the fish. Okay.
Well, while you're redoing that, we have another $30 donation from Chaco. No comment, but thank you very much. Also, as a reminder, when you do donate an amount of $30 or more, you are entered to win a Nintendo Switch and the Breath of the Wild in the raffle. So, donate.
Okay, let's not miss that fish this time. shoot. That's all you had to do was just shoot. Alright, so here's the actual tricky part. Okay, good. Just dealing with that jellyfish while triggering the spike block is kind of weird. Okay, we're through. Thank God. And we are going back to the save point. The only threat now is going through that same cave section again. The last time we're going through it, we're actually on our way out of here now. The last shard is pretty much trivial. We've defeated all the guardians, and on our way to the final area. Time isn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's not that great. Oh, so for the 4-shot.
Attention. We have hit $12,000.
Yo!
Yeah.
Hype.
12K. Nice job, everyone. So, Ball Pit? I heard that's canceled? Ball Pit's canceled. Dang.
We do not have the space, and it will be a fire hazard according to the event coordinator.
So the last shard is in the first area. You're supposed to climb that huge wall and jump off and just see what happens. And there is if you're really explorative type, you'll encounter a room that kind of demonstrates that you can climb a wall that looks like that. So that's how. Oh God, please. Okay. Get up there. Okay, 7 shards. Finally make our way to the true final area right here, the golden statues. Climb the pointless shaft. Okay. So here we have a short cutscene where we destroy their super weapon. And if you don't have all 7 shards, you're unable to destroy it and you get the bad ending. Strangely enough, if you somehow manage to get here with 0 shards, which is uncommon since the game kind of puts one in a real obvious spot for you, and it has a different cutscene too. But this is the real ending. Find the shards, then come here, you destroy the core, and then you go to the real final area. Oh, and yeah, Ivan did say, or one of them did say, "You little green bastard." I always like that, because if you play on easy mode, Timmy's actually pink, and they do say "little pink bastard." So, nice covering that up. Pretty good stuff. Oh, the first break! We got just a few seconds as we fly to the battleship. So this whole final section, we're going to have a rematch with Ivan round 2, which is no RNG at all in this fight, totally deterministic, and a pretty tricky fight. And then we make our way through 3 save point sections through the first battleship. Then we'll lose all of our items and have to regain our items. Fight another boss. Then a last section to the final 2 bosses. That's it. So, Ivan round 2. And I recently stumbled on a slightly better way to do this fight, and I haven't practiced it, so let's hope I don't have a conflict of strats and muscle memory. Oh! I jumped against the turret. He had like 1 HP left, dude. It was such a nice fight. Okay, let's do it again. Ugh. Oh, the slop. Okay, we did it. I burned out my arm on the first attempt. Too much mashing. Yeah, it seems like pretty much every Ivan fight is about being able to shoot as many shots, like, in the air as possible. So every Ivan fight is really hard. Oh, by the way, time for the awesome music. I have a feeling, I always thought that this cutscene was purposely unskippable to sync with the awesome music. So that when you finally start moving, it goes into the cool part. Great song, too. But we're gonna save. These are actually some real tricky screens here. Okay, safe strat on this one for me. UFOs. No, I did. How did I kill that guy? That was what I always do, but that's strange. Okay, well, at least that's early on. Let's keep it together. Not even at the hard parts yet. This is not a hard section. This is not hard. This is a simple room. This is what you're supposed to do. Like what even happened? Why was that so challenging? Okay. Okay, more bazooka mice. Okay. Go. Is this the hold right? No, it's not. Okay. That screen can catch me sometimes. Take it easy. Okay. Okay, first section down. This section is very difficult. Very, very difficult. I remember one of my practice session runs was like a few weeks ago. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just kill it. Okay. We did it. Two more screens. Oh no. Relax. Two. Okay. Never gotten caught on that wall. Go. Okay. Last screen. Get in there. Okay, thank God. Okay, so yeah, the story was I lost like 8 minutes just dying to that section over and over again in one of my practice runs. We're through. Okay, jump right there. Okay. Oh, no. I wanted to fall. We can still make it. Okay. One last bazooka mouse. So this is fall and then float. Okay. Okay, that's Battleship 1. Uh-oh. Your inventory has been lost. Oh. Okay, so that's a throwback from the first game. So yeah, we don't have any inventory items now, and basically to get to each next save point, we have to get another item back. And what's interesting is the game gives them back to you in a different order, so you utilize them differently than you did when progressing through the main game.
Can I read some donations, Duckfist?
Yes, go for it.
So, we had the $20 donation from Jonathan, which is the donation that got us over the 12K. So, thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, thanks.
Let's get this over with, over the 12K mark. Good luck on the rest of the run. And we have $100 from Nick Fridge. No comment, but thank you. And also, we just added a new incentive.
Yo.
After the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Richter All Bosses race, if we hit $500 on that incentive, we will be doing a any percent race between the same 3 players.
Nice.
So you see all the all bosses go fast, but why not go faster, right?
All right, so here we are at one of the hardest sections in the game. This is not the double jump reacquisition. Now we have triple jump, which is I thought was kind of neat. Kind of a surprise at the end. But these last couple of screens, I'm taking quite safe. They're very challenging. The Yetis are back with their 8 HP. There's some fast ways through this screen, but it is a super nightmare. We're gonna hopefully not die. Okay. Okay. Go. Last screen. Yo, we did the hard section first try. Nice. I almost always die there. Cool. Okay, and inevitably, having lost all of our power-ups, the sludge is back. Great. It's actually kind of interesting. You'll see in a few moments, but yeah, it just kind of goes with the game giving you the power-ups out of order, just making you utilize the combination of power-ups more creatively. It's kind of cool. And it's kind of slightly easier than the previous section, I think. Not too bad. There's a couple of nasty rooms, but okay. This one is kind of weird. Okay. Oh, the triple jump, it's no problem. This is a nightmare. Like, so if you played on easy mode, some of these screens are just totally free. Because easy mode, you would just damage, you would save one of your, like, 3 hearts to damage boost through super obnoxious enemies like this. Okay. Finally. This strat. Oh. Nice. Okay. Through the sludge. Or are we? Wait, boss fight in the sludge. So that's a pretty interesting part of this game. The Muck Swimmers is the name of this boss. A sludge boss fight. Which is good. Oh, good pattern, good pattern. Oh, this is a great pattern so far. Good boss so far. Yo, dude. The middle spawn is fantastic. Middle. Oh my god! Probably one of the best fights I've ever seen. If only that guy died, like, at that incredible fight. It's like the best fight I've ever had on there, by far. You actually want to try to end a fight really far to the right, so you can just exit through the boss door right away. I swear that's one of the best fights I've ever had. Or, I mean, it's crazy. It never works out so nicely. You only saw, like, you only saw one pattern for it. You saw the 2 best patterns out of, like, 5 patterns. Just over and over again. Just go. So we have all of our items back, and yeah, if you noticed, we it kind of cheated and gave us both wall jump and X sludge at the same time. But that's okay. On our way to the true final area now. And since we had X sludge, we're not only going through this backwards, it is without the sludge slowdown, so it's slightly different, but it's really easy escaping this area. Except I'm gonna safe strat this. Okay. Wow, we actually have a chance to make estimate. Let's try and make that happen. Yeah, get up there. Okay, so true final section. As in the next save point will be at the final bosses. We've gone through, like, this has been like a Lord of the Rings style ending. We've gone through so much, like, ending after ending after ending, final section. Okay. Okay, there we go. So this is sort of a puzzly screen. Get it? Nice. Nice. Okay. And quick beams to finish it out. Okay, that was the last screen. We made it. So no more platforming for the most part. Helga 3. So we have triple jump. As you can imagine, all of our patterns are adapted to triple jump. Let's rock. Okay, that's... So when she goes to that pattern, when she's in the center of the screen, it's like, it's really hard to get out of that, so not much I could have done. Probably could have survived if I was a little bit quicker. Okay, do this one. Nice, keep it up. And it's also a good one. She's already yellow, and as long as she doesn't do the triple shot like attack, we might be able to do this without that pattern. Nice. Didn't get the bad pattern that time. So, Helga is taken care of. Now, Ivan round 3 is the final boss. And then after the final boss, we have a short escape sequence, so time will be in a few minutes. But yeah, this guy's really tough. To destroy the 2 pylons on the top left and top right, 6 shots each to make the core vulnerable. Oh, dude. So what's tough about this boss fight is you have to be in a safe spot to handle any possible pattern at the end of each pattern. And it only gives you just enough time to react to everything. Wow, okay, so no more commentary. Let's do it. Okay, we did it. So I'm kind of sad I died a couple of times there. I practice that guy a lot, actually. I find that's a good, like, mashing tutorial. Basically, the whole game is. But that's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. Now we have this escape sequence. It's cool. You know, it's a cool idea they threw an escape, but it's basically pointless. It's made easy enough to where anyone can do it after having the first time after beating the boss. So it doesn't let you save, but it's so easy it doesn't really matter. I don't even have this perfectly memorized. I'm kind of having to react to it, which is a relief because most people will spend probably about 30 minutes on the final boss to get the pattern down. Alright, guys, get ready on time. And